back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Let's Roleplay Fallout New Vegas. In the last one, we made our way to Novac through hostile territory. And now we've arrived here with quite a bit to do. The daytime sniper, Manny Vargas, is up there, and he's Dino. Yeah. Watching the road east. He has information about the great cons traveling with the man in the checkered suit. So he's tasked us with going west of those hills to the Repcon rocket test site. However, we've also met a potential new ally, the nighttime sniper, Boom. We're going to find who's kidnapped his wife.
Trent went out and accepted our rule. Some people will do anything to feel safe.
It's a good move.
Hey there, need anything?
Hey, you made it north. Got anything new?
Sure. Here's what I got.
A lot of our stuff. Yeah, hopefully you can sell some of it off. There you go. So, I think that Sam and Eddie are going to do their best to help out the town before heading out anywhere else. Maybe figure out who's messed with Boone.
They're planning on staying a while. Dino Delight's got plenty of food.
Good. These are the mercs. Yeah. Nice little place. Who's this? Oh, lovely time for the controller today.
If it weren't for the water caravans, Novac would have turned to dust a long time ago.
Probably. Hey, you care if I use it? Never mind. I can't really do anything. Let's see. Riding Brahman corpse. Okay. These must be the McBrides.
Look who's here.
Yes, it's me. I'm just looking for. It's a sin to play that radio station. No, I'm just teasing.
What brings you here?
I just wanted to pop in and meet you.
Oh, well, I'm Alice. And that handsome stranger yonder is my husband, Dusty. Going on 50 years now. I keep waiting for him to leave me for some young thing with platinum blonde hair and hoop earrings. But he still sticks around. Says it's my cooking. I think it's because I know which Brahmin udder you can milk without getting kicked in the noggin.
Let me tell you, from experience, kicks in the head, not very fun. Have you lived here a long time?
We set up this ranch years back when Novac was just getting settled. But now, with all the danger on I-15, folks are starting to come through here from all over. Novac might just be the next Nevada boomtown.
That's good. What do you think of the people who live here?
Oh, we keep to ourselves for the most part. Try not to pry. I think Jeannie Mae gets bothered that we aren't more sociable. But it's just our way. Ain't that we don't appreciate what she's done, managing this town like she has, but I worry she feels that way anyhow. Not that there ain't others who pry around here. That Nobark was skulking around our yard last week. I thought he was our cow killer. Was about to lash him with our bullwhip till I saw who it was. He's harmless, though. Part of me wishes I could see things like he sees them, all full of mystery.
No bark. How did he get his name?
I'm not sure who started it. Wasn't a very nice name, but he took to calling himself by it, so we all had to. I don't even remember what his real name is. Anyway, I think it comes from that expression that people say when you're crazy, that not all of your dogs are barking. Poor No Bark.
Now, I'm new to town, and I was hearing a little bit about the nighttime sniper Boone. Um, his wife. What can you tell me about her?
Boone. That's that sniper fella. Works in the dinosaur, right? I only met them but once or twice. They seemed real happy together. I really ought to get to know them better. They're probably nice folk.
Oh. Thanks, Alice.
Nice of you to visit.
Thank you. Dusty?
Things treating you all right?
As well as can be imagined. What do you do here in Novac?
Oh, I tend to my ranch. That's about it. Alice will tell you, I don't get out a whole lot.
Well, I hear you've been losing livestock.
Losing don't describe it. It's a massacre. A few more days and there won't be nothing left to lose.
Well, tell me what you know about the attacks.
Every night around midnight, Alice and I wake up to some crazy hollering and gunshots. You'd think the world was ending all over again. But it's just one animal each night. They don't take it or carve it up or nothing. Just leave it there, all full of holes.
Well, I'll see if I can catch whoever's responsible.
We'd be grateful, especially if you find them before they get my whole stock. But don't go getting yourself killed over it. Alice and I'll find a way to make do. Always have.
What can you tell me about Boone's wife, the wife of the sniper?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't really know them two as well as I might. I remember she had an edge about her, like she'd rather be someplace else. This kind of life ain't for everyone, that's for darn sure.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Mr. McBride. Before I go, did you get a good look at the attacker?
Beg your pardon, mister, but them two-headed beeves ain't worth getting shot over. Not to mention what would happen if half of what Nobark says is true. Best we can hope is that whoever's doing this will move on or get tired of it. I just hope it happens while we still got animals left. Whoever it is, I don't think they're from around town. Seems like they've taken to shooting from the west side.
All right, Dusty. Thank you.
So long.
So long. No bark.
If it weren't for the water caravans, Novac would have turned to dust a long time ago.
Probably.
Don't listen to a word Nobark says. He spouts nothing but nonsense.
That's true. Hey.
Who sent you? I ain't talking. They tried to get me to talk before, but I didn't say nothing. And I don't aim to now, by gum.
I don't mean you any harm.
We'll just see about that. You come any closer and I'm liable to stick you with my sticking knife. Old Stick is feeling mighty ornery this day.
We can talk from this distance.
You sure now? It's kind of hard to hear you.
Yeah, but you said you'd stab me with that dirty knife you got.
Okay, just speak up a little. But not so much that they hear you. They got people everywhere, always listening.
Why do they call you No Bark?
'Cause they know I ain't just barking here. What I say's got bite, 'cause it's the truth. Them quack doctors can say what they want about all the rat scorpion stings that done pierced my skull, and I know what I seen.
What'd you see? Has anybody been acting strange lately?
I don't trust a man that doesn't have something strange going on about him, 'cause it means he's hiding it from you. If a man's wearing his pants on his head, or if he says his words backwards from time to time, you know it's all laid out there for you. But if he's friendly to strangers and keeps his home spick and span, more often than not, he's done something even his own ma couldn't forgive.
Is there anything interesting happening in the area?
Folks will tell you that they seen ghouls up near the rocket factory. Sensationalist hooey, cooked up by superstitious yokels, seeing phantoms of their own imagining.
Really? Well, who do you think's actually at the factory?
Ghosts. Commie ghosts who don't know they're dead. Hoping to steal our rockets so they can fly up and paint the moon pink and draw a Lenin face on it. I seen one of them disappear and reappear before my very eyes. Although, being a scientist, I have to admit I might have just blinked for longer than usual, what with the shock of seeing a commie ghost and so forth.
Absolutely. So what's been going on in town, No Bark?
There's been things of a disturbing nature going on at the McBride Corral. Seems every night one of their herd meets a most unnatural death. And always there's holes all over the body. Work of the chupacabra, the livestock vampire, says No Bark. But they don't pay no mind. Too many holes, they say, and there's bullets in them. Well, says No Bark, we got a chupacabra with an automatic weapon. And that's when they get real quiet, because now they see the predicament we're in.
Absolutely. A chupacabra with an automatic weapon. What else do you know about the deaths at the corral?
I come face to face with the chupacabra himself one night, whilst I was investigating whether this gecko was hiding his treasure from me. He was the meanest, ugliest chupacabra you could imagine. Had 2 heads and fangs down to the ground. Best I could tell, anyways, since when he come up to me, he was invisible. Had enough of blunderbutts, but would rotate and shoot bullets real fast out of a backpack. Never seen nothing like it. Walked right past me having an argument with somebody. But I only saw one chupacabra, so I guess the other fella had to be invisible too. Only more invisible than the other one.
Gotcha. Now, what do you know about the abduction of Boone's wife?
Seen all. Seen shadowy folk come to his room and leave again in the middle of the night. Thought one might have gone to the lobby too for a spell. Could be that person went in to get something. Or used the John, maybe. Mighty interesting either way, you asked me. I thought it was cannibals. Come to eat us all for sure. So I kept out of sight. But now I know better.
Who was it?
More rat men. Come up from the underneath to steal young women with promises of riches and fancy mud mansions with all the latest designer appliances. They covered our lady folks' long hair for weeks, it said, being either bald or balding themselves.
Thank you.
If anyone asks, we never spoke.
Never. Never in all my days.
I hope you're finding everything to your liking.
I sure am. Now, I know, you know, that we know, that you are the pillar of this community. I'm concerned about your nighttime sniper. What's wrong with Boone?
Nothing that wouldn't be wrong with any man who loses a wife, I suppose. Poor dear. I know he thinks she was kidnapped, but I'm not so sure she didn't just run off on her own. You could tell she was thinking about it ever since they arrived.
Really? What can you tell me about Boone's wife, the poor dear?
How should I put it? I guess you could say she was kind of like a cactus flower. Real pretty to look at, but there was just no getting close to her. She never did take to living here. She liked the big lights and fast living of New Vegas. I got the feeling she was trying to get Boone to leave with her, but I guess she got tired waiting.
Well, thank you, Jenny Mae.
Watch out for strangers.
I will. Definitely will. Thank you. Now, what'd she say? Also, there was the Ranger Andy. He was supposed to be hurt. Maybe Cliff knows a little bit more. We got some time before midnight anyway. Hey, Cliff.
How you doing?
Doing good.
Welcome back. Gonna get you anything?
Maybe some information, maybe. Though I'll humor you. Tell me more about your souvenir rockets.
They're scale replicas of the real thing. Very detailed. Got a liquid in them that makes them glow. From what I hear, Repcon used to give them out on tours of their HQ up in Henderson. But I guess they had to stop after the first few kids thought they were filled with Nuka-Cola and drank it down. The papers had a name for the condition and everything. They called it the Repcon shakes. Those were bad times for Robco.
How'd they end up here?
Well, they unloaded what they had left on the dynamite as a tax write-off, but that was before my time. Plenty of demand for them, seeing as how they're one-of-a-kind collector's items, but I might still have some in back.
What can you tell me about... Well, you must know the snipers pretty well, seeing as they perch on top of Dinky here. What can you tell me about Boone's wife?
Can't say we spoke much. Boone did most of the buying for him. She was in the store once, but she didn't stay long. Had a look on her face like she'd smelled something sour. But far as I can remember, the gift shop smelled fine. Well, fine as it always does.
Okay, thank you.
Come back soon now.
But a ranger in town, that's something else. 302. So. Hello? Oh. Hey there.
We haven't met yet. You must be new in town. I'm Andy.
Ah. You're with the NCR, right?
Was with them. That was back when my arm and leg used to work better. I still like to pretend I'm a ranger, though. I'll check in with the guys up at the station pretty regular on the ham radio. Sometimes they stop by, tell me they're paying their respects, the smug bastards. They haven't been responding to me last couple days. I guess they got tired of hearing me talk, but it still got me a little worried. Hell, listen to me talk, like some damn mother hen.
Oh, would you feel better if I went back and checked on your NCR friends for you? I was just there, but I don't care to hoof it back.
No. They're gonna think I'm having trouble letting go. They're good soldiers. I don't give them enough credit.
Okay. Well, tell me about the Rangers.
They're the NCR's finest. A one-man platoon, each of them. You got a job where you're thinking about it would scare a man senseless? That's when you bring in the Rangers. And if you see a squad of veterans, guys wearing their black armor, well, you won't find a more beautiful sight.
Oh. Well, what do you do here, Andy, if you're not part of the NCR anymore?
Right now, a whole lot of sitting on my keister and counting cracks in the ceiling. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. On better days, I help keep the peace. Boone and Vargas watch the road. I watch the town. Tell myself I'm doing some good.
Well, what happened to your leg?
Yeah, twice. Actually, the first time it was more like half my body. Knocked me out of the Rangers. This time, it's mostly just reminding me how useless I've gotten.
What happened?
A few years back, we get a tip that some Legion slavers were holed up in this burnt-out house a few clicks from where we were stationed. We get there and it's deserted. No sign anyone's been there. I mean, nothing. As we're leaving, I hear something behind me. I turn around and there's this kid, just skin and bone, and he's looking up at us and he's scared half to death. Been hiding in a closet.
What'd you do?
I go to grab him out of there and I notice he's holding something in his hand. Something metal. He shuts himself back in the closet and that's when I see the grenade he's left by my feet. They do it a lot, the Legion, using kids. They know we'll hesitate. Anyway, that was the first time. Second time, I fell down those stairs in front of the motel, just in case I got to thinking I'd put it all behind me.
Well, what's been going on with Boone?
Had his wife taken. I don't think he'll ever be the same as he was. Damn shame. I told the Rangers up at the station to keep an eye out, but there's just too much ground out there for them to cover.
Yeah. What about his wife?
Carla was a knockout. Whenever Boone walked around with her, he always had this funny grin on his face like he couldn't believe his luck. I know we couldn't. That wasn't the only reason she stuck out, though. That girl never minced words. If she'd had better food or hospitality, she'd let you hear it. Trouble was, she usually had. I don't think she meant it. She really was a sweet girl. I think she just wanted to remind herself that there's still nicer places in this world than Novac. Who could blame her for that?
Nobody. Alright. Well, be seeing you, Ranger.
Hey, wait a sec. I know what I said, but if you find yourself by Ranger Station Charlie, let me know what you find. I'd be interested.
Sure. Sure. Hey.
Any word on Station Charlie?
Not yet, but I was thinking about it. Your body is injured, but not your mind. You're kidding yourself if you think you're useless.
People don't exactly line up to find out what's in my head. Can't remember the last time someone suggested I knew something worth knowing. You know, maybe there's something I can do for you. Since you've gone to all the trouble of flattering a crippled old soldier, there's a move we have in the Rangers for knocking an opponent off his feet. Saved my butt a bunch of times. Maybe it will for you too. Let me show you how it's done.
You've learned the Ranger takedown. Use this technique, initiate a power attack while moving backwards. You'll drop your opponent to the ground.
You'll get the hang of that takedown. I had trouble learning it at first too.
Thank you, Ranger Andy. Hope you have a good one.
Look out for yourself.
Alright. Alright. Maybe we'll hike back out there to Ranger Station Charlie just real quick before it gets dark. Alright. Got our gear back on and we're ready to go, aren't we, Eddie? Oh, play? We can make it back. This is exactly what he wanted for us to do. Learn more about why he's lost radio contact. Well, that can't be that bad. Ooh. Well, and here we are. Our ranger's missing, but it could be a little train. All right, Eddie. Why don't you wait here? Thank you. Oh no. Okay. Not good. What's this? One, two. Okay. Oh, there we go.
Drove the raiders off. No casualties. In the meantime, patrol's back. They're late. I hope they got a good excuse. What took...
This is the message to the NCR from Legion. We are coming for you. Run, and we will catch you. Hide, and we will find you. No matter what you do, you are all going to die. We took one of the women alive.
Come on, Eddie. We gotta go. Oh, it's about 4:30. Let's see what's going on in the wasteland.
Welcome back to the program. This is Mr. New Vegas, and I hope I'm not coming on too strong. Here are our top stories. Unconfirmed reports say NCR General Lee Oliver may have uprooted from his post at Camp McCarran in order to be present at Hoover Dam. NCR sources say that holding the dam against Caesar's Legion has become their main strategic priority, and this move would not be unexpected. In addition, Prim formally sworn in as sheriff today. RNV reporters were on hand to hear the new sheriff address the crowd.
People of Prim, the NCR wishes to inform you that you are under their jurisdiction now. And from now on, you're going to be living by our rules.
You know, they say that no news is good news, but I think my program would be awfully dull if that were the case. Ladies and gentlemen, this next song goes out from me to you.
Well, they might need to work on their PR, but Prim will be safe now. Ranger Andy.
Any word on Station Charlie?
I did hike it back out there. Everyone was wiped out.
What? What happened?
Members of Caesar's Legion ambushed the entire station.
Those were good men at that station. Good men. This whole town was sleeping a lot easier because of them. Now, who knows what we're in for? The Legion? Christ. We'd be better off with raiders. Well, thanks for telling me. I know that knowledge didn't come without risk. Here, take this. Courtesy of the Ranger Veterans Fund.
Well, thank you.
Look out for yourself.
We're now accepted in the NCR. Not Novac, though.
Howdy.
Hopefully that'll come. Sun's falling fast. Let's see what we can do. Okay. I wonder if Victor knows anything about the town.
Hey there, friend.
Hey. Seeing you.
You've seen them too, haven't you? I can see it in your eyes. I knew I wasn't the only one.
Oh? Well, thanks, Novac.
If anyone asks, we never spoke.
Never. Well, suppose we have a couple hours left. We could head north a bit, see what's next. It's Helios 1. Oh, junkyard. I'll check that out. Gibson.
You've done a good turn for the NCR, and
Whoa.
I'd like to do one for you. There's an NCR emergency two-way radio. You call, and we'll come running. You're not alone out here. The NCR has your back. Stay safe and good hunting.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi there. I'm Old Lady Gibson, or so they tell me. I've got odds and ends for sale, and I'm pretty good at fixing things, too. You might have noticed the very large building just north of here. That's Helios 1. The NCR runs the place, so it's off limits to prospectors.
Hmm. Well, why do they call you Old Lady Gibson?
Well, I'll give you a hint. They used to just call me Gibson. I hope you can figure out the rest. I don't mind, to be honest. Living long is a real accomplishment these days. Remains to be seen if I end up dying peaceful in my bed.
Maybe. Well, what can you tell me about Helios 1?
The way I heard it, the Brotherhood of Steel ran the place before the NCR took it away from them. I'm not sure who started shooting first. But when it was over, the Brotherhood, with all their fancy armor and weapons, was on the run. Nobody's heard from them since.
Oh. Oh, well, what can you tell me about the RepCon site?
Sometimes it seems like I spent the better portion of my youth in that old wreck of a building. Me and my hubby, may the man rest in peace, used to scavenge there. If it weren't bolted down, you can bet we took it and sold it. A lot of the scrap you see around here is from RepCon, even my favorite chair.
Huh. Well, thank you. Can you show me what you have for sale?
Happy to do it.
Happy to browse. We've got some more cards. I don't know if we'll ever get good at Caravan, but we can certainly try. Let's see here. I can sell you some absinthe. And some... Let's see, some jet. Maybe a few bottles of scotch. And some vodka. Yeah. Whiskey. Varmint rifle night scope. That's right, I do have that. With nary a varmint rifle, if I'm correct. I'll sell you some long fuse dynamite. And, yeah. Thank you.
Give me a shout if you need anything else.
Well, do you repair?
Sure thing. Let me have a look.
Sure. How about some on this machete? My combat knife. I appreciate it.
Take care now.
Thank you.
Subject E, diagnosis complete. Begin recording. My name is Whitley. I'm a researcher at Adams Air Force Base. Until recently, I was in charge of the Duraframe reinforcement project for the combat model iBots. iBot Duraframe Subject E is both the prototype and the last functional model in this test group. I was prepared to make several significant upgrades to the machines. However, as the project was canceled and all Duraframe assets are being diverted to Hellfire armor, I'm sending this model to the Navarro outpost.
Navarro.
If you're listening to this log from one of our Enclave outposts in Chicago, give this unit whatever repairs it needs so it can continue to Navarro.
Interesting. And he appears to have some Enclave log data stored that is triggered by some keywords. Interesting. Okay. Whoa.
You've done a good turn for the NCR, and now we'd like to do one for you. You're not alone.
Well, thanks, Ranger. Bizarre. Well, so we know that RepCon's a great place for scrap, but Cliff already told us that. If that's the case, and it's been supplying Novac for this many years, it's got to be a huge building. We'll have to be ready. Definitely. Okay. Well, 6:52. Well, hello.
Howdy. Fine weather for flying. It's times like these that make me miss it all.
Oh, you're a pilot?
Vertibird pilot. 71 missions and only lost one chopper. Rotor malfunction over Klamath. Hard landing, but I walked away.
Wow. Did you fly for the NCR?
4? No, not exactly. It was a long time ago. Things are a lot different these days, and those days are way behind me.
Oh. Well, what do you do here in Novac?
I help folks strip down the more complicated bits of salvage they bring in. Engines mostly. The bits and pieces we take out are usually worth more than the whole thing put together.
Really? Well, thank you, Miss Whitman.
Watch your 6 out there.
Hey, we don't want to mess with her. Dino Delight.
Hey there.
Hey. Yeah, I'll be able to get in there later tonight. But, maybe. She is the one who runs the hotels. See if we can't find Jenny Mae's house. Yeah. You have to keep their house nice and proper, clean, and they've done something not even their own ma can forgive. It's cleaner than most in here. Even trying to paint a little bit, huh? Nothing. Nothing at all. Except who would lock a fridge? Alright. Maybe we'll wait a couple hours. Nearly 10:30. As Jenny Mae goes around the corner. Okay. Nobody's in here. Okay. Heavy armor just isn't your thing. I don't know about all that. Heave Ho, Hunter, Intense Training, Lady Killer, Rapid Reload, Swift Learner 2. Cannibal, Comprehension, Running Gun, Bloody Mask, Gunslinger, maybe. Lead Belly, Shotgun Surgeon, Toughness 2, Commando, Grunt. Oh, Grunt, or Sneering Imperialist. Just good, honest infantry work. You do 25% more damage with 9mm and 45 auto pistols. And SMGs, service rifles, assault and marksman carbines, light machine guns, frag grenades, grenade rifles, launchers, and combat knives. Versus Sneering Imperialists. You don't take too kindly to raiders, junkies, or tribals trying to settle or stay alive in civilized lands. Against dirty raider and junkie types, as well as Zion's tribals, you do plus 15% damage and have a bonus to hit in bats. Well, I think we're going to go with Grunt for now. Let's see. That new damage. Nice. Okay. There's a bill of sale. Let's see here. We, the representatives of the Consul Officiorum, have this day bargained and purchased from Ginny Mae Crawford of the Township of Novac the exclusive rights to ownership and sale of the slave Carla Boone for the sum of 1,000 bottle caps, and those of her unborn child for the sum of 500 bottle caps. The receipt whereof is hereby acknowledged. We warrant the slave and her young to be sound, healthy, and slaves for life. We covenant with the said Ginny Mae Crawford that we have full power to bargain and sell said slave and her offspring. Payment of an additional 500 bottle caps will be due pending successful maturation of the fetus, the claim to which shall be guaranteed by possession of this document. M. Scribonius Libo Drusus et al., administrators of M. Licinius Crassus, consul officiorum ab famulatus. Ginny Mae Crawford, slave trader. Well, we know what to do, and in our own time. That being said, we have about an hour to prepare. Right around midnight. I'm losing my mind. I think I shot a Brahmin accidentally. Armor piercing. Man, that thing was fast. Streams of the Brahmin. Most of what is recorded here is a massive, incomprehensible, psychotic gibberish. It seems to express a general frustration towards a set of Brahmin who are allegedly keeping the author awake at night by screaming inside his head whenever he closes his eyes. Oh, we didn't lose any more Brahmin. Time we talk to the McBrides. Dusty? Sorry about all the gunfire.
Find anything?
We did. No one is going to attack your corral from now on.
Well, I don't know how you've done it, but I do know how I can thank you. Please take this, compliments of Alice and myself. And help yourself to anything in that freezer over yonder. We got more steaks in there than we'd be able to eat in a year.
Well, thank you. There's absolutely nothing you should see in front of the dinosaur.
So long.
Or liked. Good deal.
Hey there.
Miss Jenny May.
Is everything all right? Awful late to be dropping in unexpected.
It sure is, isn't it? I'd like to rent a room.
I can't see as how I'd charge you after the generous things you've done for the town. The room's on me. Your room will be the one upstairs, closest to the lobby side. Here's your key. Let me know if there's anything I can do to make your stay better for you.
Well, come on with me. There's something you should see in front of the dinosaur.
Okay, if that's what you think.
Yeah, an opportunity. See, Dinky's such a good old mascot, but with the NCR coming to these lands, you may want to consider maybe keep Dinky the way he is, but maybe a smaller two-headed bear, something like that. You could hang it off of the thermostat in the front. Yeah, you'll see when we get there. Absolutely. Yep. Oh, proud of my homeland I am. Doesn't that just make you want to say goodnight? There you go, Boone. Daggone, he's a good shot. Glad I was wearing that beret.
How you doing?
Doing fine, Cliff.
Hey there. If you want to buy something from the shop, you'll have to wait till it opens.
Sure. Good night.
Come back soon now.
I sure will. Special Forces, huh? Hey, Boone.
That's it then. How did you know?
Well, I found the bill of sale.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Be like them to keep paperwork. Here. This is all I can give. I think our dealings are done here.
Are you an outlaw now?
No. People die out there. Often enough that no one worries about blame. They're too anxious to forget it happened in the first place, I guess. Besides, I was on break when it happened.
What will you do after this?
I don't know. I won't be staying, I know that. Don't see much point in anything right now, except hunting legionaries. Maybe I'll wander. Like you.
Well, then come with me. Let's go after the Legion.
You don't want to do that.
We'll kill more with the two of us.
Yeah, that might be true. That's reason enough for me to take you up on it, I suppose, but this isn't gonna end well. Fine. Let's get out of here.
That we will.
What is it?
Well, let's trade some equipment.
Fine by me.
Yeah. Put this on. Hopefully we can get you something more sturdy. Alright. Now I managed to score us a motel room for life. So that's pretty good. Not like she's gonna ask for the key back. Ooh. That was a little morbid. But she was trying to sell humans, so. Oh wow. Looky here. Home sweet. That's sweet, but that's terrifying, actually. Yeah. Home sweet home for as long as we like. And we can store things here, which is going to be huge. So, why don't we offload some stuff we're not going to need immediately. That means you, tough guy. Alright. Let's put the revolver away, the 2mm pistol, the 9 iron, the chopper. Nice. Cowboy repeater. We'll put away 20 sticks of dynamite. 5 grenades. Oh, first recon beret. That'll be nice. Okay. Well. There you go. And we'll sleep in shifts. I'll see you in the morning. Sleep about 6 hours. Alright. We're well rested. Let's hit the road. And I think that's a fine place to go ahead and end the episode for today. We've got a new companion. And we are liked by the residents of Novac. That's good. And we're accepted by the NCR. I think what we'll do next is head right on over to the rep contest site. If not, we may take a road south and patrol that road. Novac's down to 1 sniper now. It's not necessarily our fault. But, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that will be the end of this episode. If you enjoy Sam's story so far and you'd like to tune in when I'm live, consider giving me a follow here on twitch.tv/thenarrator469. Or if you're watching on YouTube and you prefer to binge the series, please find me on YouTube under Jeff the Narrator. When we come back, we're going to be going right up into those hills. And with all the backup, maybe we'll start saving some ammo. But until next time, keep telling stories.